Yeah, I think that they've got all the opportunity right in front of them. The rumor has it is that the Dallas Destroyers have a 13-1 or 13-2, excuse me, map count in preseason scrims. That is something to note. That is a little bit intimidating.
No,
Um, but you know
Ciulla,
what?
look at that. We're right in the action.
Oh yeah,
Ciulla with a 3 kill streak in the first hill. I mean, those are just the kills you need. And it looks like they've already flipped spawns, or maybe Tiger Woods was pushed up a little bit too far there. I'm not quite sure what's going on here.
yeah.
But it looks like some trades coming in
Well,
for
let's see.
Dallas.
Yep.
Oh, and reaction. A lot of hype has been behind reactions. Commissioner John Dato was talking about how he was doing quite well in a search against Lakeside Lasers.
Yeah, he performed well in the search and destroy area. He does run the 74U for them. I believe he's the only sub on their team, but he runs that position pretty well.
This is definitely a more AR-based COD, and we can already see the battle for P2 spawns kind of happening here. Reactions with a nice two-piece in the hill. Watching that angle, I like this a lot. Cincinnati Drifters
Yep.
kind of spawning out, trying to get their bearings here.
Yeah, I noticed Tiger Woods in the back there. He's up top in the window. He's anchoring for them. He's watching. He can see the right side of the map. He can see the center lane, and he can see the left side on the street. That's absolutely a power position you're wanting to hold
Yeah,
in any hard point.
absolutely. And Cincinnati Drifter, I mean Texas Gunslingers looking a little bit lost here as they try to break this hill. This is a hard break if you don't get spawns here. But John the Baptist with some critical kills, trades coming in for the Texas Gunslingers. Let's see if they can break into this spawn. Ugh, and Ciulla just gets gunned down by Matt Damon 12.
It's like they're going to go ahead and rotate. They're going to try to get as much time off the rip as they can on this next hill.
I
Lancers
agree.
and reactions rotating together. Going to make this first push.
These rotations from... Oh, that was a beautiful nade from John the Baptist. They've really got this next hill locked down. This is one that you absolutely need to hold the spawns, or you're going to be you're not going to have a good time on this hill if you're not holding spawns. And it looks like Tiger Woods is going to hit that deep wrap. Let's see if Bryce can watch the pinch, and he does.
And Bryce cuts it down. Great shots from Bryce there.
Perfect read. And it looks like nobody's getting time on the Texas Gunslingers, though, unfortunately.
Wow.
And let's see, this elbow is just such a crucial power position to watch here, and both in control and hard point. So it's good that Dallas Destroyers making sure that works, that they're in that position. And Linkser just gets caught with his pants off.
Reactions is off to a hot start there for the Dallas Destroyers, starting off 10-4.
Yeah, it looks like the Texas Gunslingers are starting a little bit slow with the slaying. Ciulla 10-7, but the rest of them, need to get something going here.
Definitely agree.
And Linkser just using these power positions to his advantage. He's really been just really good at watching those power positions and making sure that he's got angles for his team to work with.
Yeah, definitely. He does a really good job at being that main slayer for this team. Having Bryce on his right-hand side doing just as well. We really need those two. We need Bryce to turn it up here, match Ciulla's energy, and I think they'll be just fine.
I agree. Bryce, sometimes he can start a little slow in series, but he definitely knows what it's like to be behind. Been through countless round 11s, so if there's anybody who can come back from a tough situation, it's him.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. They're warriors. And they're late.
Oh my goodness! And did you just see reactions just gun Ciulla like that? That was did not look good.
He is impressive. He runs the sub very well.
Oh, and John Rambo with a 3-piece before he gets cut down by Linkser. This is a perfect opportunity for them to make a break here.
John Rambo holding down the hill. Trying to.
And Linkser gets 2 kills. Tiger Woods gets 1, and they're just going to be in. I think Tiger Woods is already going back to anchor these spawns. That's just, that's a great play. I think this is just getting spawns for next is almost more important than holding time on P1 on this map.
Absolutely. And, you know, something I really noticed with Tiger Woods and scrims in the preseason is that he does a lot of the dirty work for his team. You know, he's not afraid to get after it and rotate early if he needs to hold those spawns. And he's not afraid, you know, we'll see later on in the control, he's not afraid to get in the offensive spawn and to ruin their spawns.
He's definitely not afraid, you know, to get a little dirty. Let's see what Bryce is going to do. He's going to get killed on that mantle. That's a tough spot. And Ciulla just absolutely... Oh, and he almost has a two-piece, but not quite.
This is getting a little messy.
You know, Dallas just...
30-point lead.
They need to get a full hold on one of these hills soon, or else I just don't see him coming back mentally for the rest of the series, you know?
You know, I totally agree. You know, especially if they see Dallas get into a 200-point range and they haven't broke 50, you know, that's just hard to see. Let's see if they prevent that here.
They did make it. That was a pretty clean break, but it may be too little too late. I think that Dallas is probably going to start pushing out here for spawns. They are spawning back, so
they did get one of the worst spawns on this map, and that's when you got your P3 coming up and you spawn in the deep street behind P2.
Yeah, that is not somewhere that you want to be spawning. But Dallas, I think Tiger Woods, you know, he did a really good job of holding that angle from the B bomb site so that his team could, you know, work from that midpoint in P2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lynx are going to try to make a break from the front. He's got people aiming at him. Ooh, and he just narrowly gets away, though. That was a good push from Bryce. That you need to get that kill, but Reactions comes in with the trade. This Dallas team looks like they're doing a really good job of getting these trades here.
Yeah, definitely.
And looks like Tiger Woods and John Rambo battling it out for the spawns. Let's see who's going to come out on top. And Bryce comes in with the help. Ciulla with the two-piece. This Cincinnati team, it looks like they're kind of figuring it out here.
Definitely. I think Bryce has, you know, started to pick it up a little bit. They're playing a little bit more together, I think. You know, it might have been a little scattered on comms at first, so now it looks like they're really working it together for this P3. As 3 of them get cut down.
Yeah. And Ciulla with two-piece.
He's on a bloodthirsty right now.
Ciulla's a man on a mission, you know. He does not like to lose.
Not at all.
Ooh, and Tiger Woods on this globe position. This is that's just a good position to be in for this hill. It can be really hard to break, and you know, Texas Gunslingers looking a little lost here. You know,
yeah, they're definitely struggling with this hill.
They definitely they cannot let Dallas get to 240 on this hill, or else I think that's pretty much GG.
Reactions are just terrorizing them around the bus right now.
Yeah, he's 19 and 17, just getting as many engagements as he possibly can. You know, making it difficult for the enemy team to breathe. That's the type of player that you need on your team.
Absolutely, and look at his time. I mean, that's impressive as well. Him and Matt Damon 12 with almost 2 minutes apiece. That is, you know, that's crucial to have those time guys and to let your top 2 slay out if you know, those are their roles to slay out during these hardpoint matches. And
you know, Texas Gunslingers still putting up a fight, but it does look like I just don't really see them. You know, even if they were to hold this, they would have to get spawned. Yep, and it looks like that is a win for the Dallas Destroyers. Staj pointed out in the chat that I kept calling them the Cincy Drifters. I'm sorry, Staj. Old habits die hard. They'll always be the Cincinnati Drifters to me.
What an impressive showing from the Dallas Destroyers in their debut. I mean, wow.
Match timer. It's just not something I do.
So I gotta ask you real quick: Are you surprised to not see Crossroads in the rotation tonight, or do you think that's something that we'll see often this season?
You know, I think that it's not unlikely that the Dallas Destroyers vetoed that map. I mean, Ciulla is just absolutely lethal on Crossroads hardpoint, and I would not have wanted to play Crossroads hardpoint against Ciulla. But let's see what they're going to do. I think they're going to make this A push here. This is probably the easiest bomb site to push out of the 2.
Wow. They nearly 4-stack it for defense here.
And Ciulla gets sniped by Tiger Woods off the rip. Wow.
That is a huge first blood to have, especially in these 4s. There's a second blood.
And it's a 2v3 right now. Lynx and Dallas Destroyer are really picking up each other's trades right now, working that A site.
Looks like Matt Damon's going to get this bomb down. Breaks a glass. I don't know if he heard that or not.
Unfortunately for the codcaster, it shows the nameplates of dead people. So
yeah.
And let's see how Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati Drifters, the Texas Gunslingers, my bad, are going to approach this bomb site. Ooh, and Bryce almost with the ego chow. You think they're going to double push this?
Cooper goes down. And this is going to be a tough beat for Bryce. He's got
I just don't think he has the time.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods with the sniper. That wasn't something that you saw a whole lot in MW, but it looks like he's picked it up now in Cold War. So, he's looking good with it. Ciulla's really good with that sniper, and to take him out off the rip is just crucial. And it's so demoralizing to get sniped in this game.
It absolutely is. And it's, one of those things where if somebody's good enough with it, it almost feels like there's nothing you can do to challenge that. You got to catch them off guard on a flank or something of that nature, because straight up in a 1v1 with no flinch, you're not winning.
You're not winning, absolutely. And I like that double challenge that Cub and Bryce Sky just hit on reactions, but unfortunately it looks like it was going to be, it looks like Dallas Destroyers quickly made up the ground and brought it back down to a 2v2. And it looks like
trade this out.
Do you think
trade it out?
And it's a 1v1. I think Bryce and perfect.
Wow.
Just absolutely perfect play. I'm assuming that they knew on the comms what was going on, and I was a little surprised Bryce wasn't pushed up a little bit for the trade, but it ended up working out. I think he played that angle really well, knew where he was going to come out. So very good job to the Texas Gunslingers.
Absolutely, I agree there. That was great gameplay. I'm sure their comms were on point to make sure they won that round.
Let's see what attack strat we're gonna see from the Dallas Destroyers. I keep forgetting what name they are because you can't. I forgot to put in the team names. I don't think you can on this game, but I don't know.
If you can either.
And let's see if Reactions and Lynx are gonna try and work a trade here on this escalator. John Rambo gonna try and hit the wrap.
Wow, just great shots there from Lynxer.
Unfortunately, I missed that.
We're gonna get bombed down.
It looks like Curtis just watching that left side with a sniper. There's not much you can do if you don't have a sniper on your team. The only real counter to a sniper is a better sniper, honestly.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
Dallas
goes Matt Damon.
Texas finally, they finally get a first blood, not first blood, but that kill that they needed to work within that site. Reactions gets a kill, and now it's
Another
a
snipe.
1v2 for John Rambo. And he absolutely snaps on to Tiger Woods, but is he gonna get it? No, unfortunately not. They're just trading rounds back and forth. What do you think it's gonna take for one of these teams to pull ahead with a lead, buddy?
You know what? I think that they're gonna have to prevent the plant. The bomb keeps getting down. At least for Dallas, they've planted both rounds now. They're putting the pressure on the defense to make a play to push up and get that defuse. I think for them to push ahead, they got to stop the plant. They got to prevent that plant from happening. Maybe stack A harder. Tiger is going to be a menace with that sniper in the back. They've got to figure out a way to hit the flank on him and take him out so the team can make a push.
Oh my goodness, and absolutely terrible nades from the Texas Gunslingers. Ciulla bounces his smoke off of Bryce, and Bryce sticks Ciulla. That is just not something you like to see.
That is absolutely tragic.
That is just absolutely tragic for the Texas Gunslingers.
Oh, man,
Someone clip that. Someone in the chat can clip that. Wow, that has got to be demoralizing for the Texas Gunslingers.
Yeah, that round definitely hurts. Let's see how they handle trying to stop this plant now. Like I said, this is kind of where they need to, make their push and hopefully turn this game around. You go down 4-1, it's a whole different game than 3-2.
I completely agree. That actually was what I was just about to mention. That if this Texas Gunslingers can't mentally recover from this round, then I think Dallas Destroyers will have their number. And Tiger Woods, is he gonna find a second? And Ciulla looks like he's fallen back a little bit. Oh, and Ciulla finally gets on the board, picks off that sniper. That was a kill that Cincinnati needed to get. Or Texas, Jesus. Am I ever gonna get it right? Probably not.
Texas Gunslingers, that can be a bit of a mouthful. Wow, a hit marker from Cub.
That is just tragic.
So unfortunate.
And I think, Texas is just going to have to kind of play time here. Try and force a plant and, probably double push this at the same time.
Right, they got to have great comms. They got to know which way they're breaching so they can trade this out one way or another.
This is definitely a very, very winnable round for the Dallas Destroyers. And Cooper is, oh my God, he's so close to Linkser right now. We
see this. You can look under vehicles again, like you could in Modern Warfare. It's a little cheeky strat.
And oh my God, oh no.
He sees one.
And Linkser knows exactly what's going on. Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no!
That is absolutely insane.
That is just the
cheekiest spot.
The whole league is going to be kept up at night by that one.
Yeah. Wow.
I did not know that spot existed. This is just, oh my goodness.
That's where playing all those game battles really pay off. You learn, I'm sure at one point, somebody did that to him. And
he never forgot. Wow, that was just tough to watch.
Very unfortunate. And you see Linkser's, man, like I said in Search, he is somebody to worry about. 10-1 right now, just dominating this Search map.
Yeah, he is just an absolute force to be reckoned with on the map. GG 0-3, but it's not like he's he's trying to get something going here. Let's see what he's gonna do off the rip. Putting down a trophy. That was a great trophy. He's watching this outer push. I like this a lot.
He was looking out of bounds. We're not going to talk about that, but he was definitely pre-aiming out of bounds.
Yeah, hey, you never know where an enemy's going to come from.
You never know. There's some gnarly raps in this game. Not going to lie. Somebody could make that push.
Oh, absolutely. Wow. And just a lightning fast round from the Dallas Destroyers. They're just kind of piecing the Texas Gunslingers up right now.
This is tough. They got to find something and they got to turn it around. I think their biggest worry is going to be shutting down Linkser. If they can shut him down, I believe that they have a chance. They can battle this back. But
I agree.
With him alive,
he's
I'm sure he's in everybody's mind rent free right now.
Oh, absolutely. Ciulla 1-5, just not what you need to see from someone who got a contract extension.
Bryce gets traded out there.
But John Rambo ready to go on GG. Oh, and Ciulla
push from David there.
Ciulla gets some of the worst COD timing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. And I thought he was going to get that kill right there. But John the Baptist, gets it done.
He got it done here. Wow. Hats off to Cooper on that play. That was awesome.
I agree. That was that was just beautiful, Gunny. Let's see what Cooper's going to go ahead and do at the start of this round here. You know, we haven't given him a lot of screen time, unfortunately. I think it's very possible the Texas Gunslingers turn this one around, but it's going to be difficult.
It is going to be. There's a first blood.
That was just an interesting push from Cooper. Not sure that I would have made that play. But you know, it's really hard to make that push without another teammate there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And we see just a 1v4 and a 5v2. You know, can Ciulla, and you can't find him.
And that's game 2-0. It's
Wow.
going to be 2-0 for the Dallas Destroyers.
Just, you know, total domination right now coming from Dallas right now.
I completely agree, and people are still figuring out what works, what doesn't. How the new people play is another big unknown. A lot of people hadn't really seen Linkser play before, so you
Absolutely.
know this is obviously his first series in the CSL, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, absolutely he is.
And it looks like Texas Gunslinger is going to get a nice little 2 kills on this defense. This is a really easy one to defend. You can actually contest this zone B from inside the light room without exposing yourself. So that has definitely that's definitely going to be something that really helps the Texas Gunslinger.
Yeah, that is huge. That is a great way to defend that zone, to contest it. Is just, you don't even have to challenge, you don't have to heady, you don't have to do anything. You can stand in the corner and make them push you and try to get that traded out. So I believe, you know, B should be the easier to zone to defend. But also A, you know, if you get on that tank heady,
yeah, that's a lethal.
It's pretty hard to get through that top green room. You're going to have to push some flanks, make sure you guys are pinching together and all that.
I agree. You've got to have really good comms and be really coordinated to take that A zone. And it looks like the Dallas Destroyers are actually, you know, kind of running a little bit low on time. I think they've got time for one more full push, or else they're kind of going to be staggered going onto this this zone.
Yeah, definitely. I think the key to taking this B zone is to have one of your guys make it to the lights, take control of lights. That way you don't have that contest coming through.
I completely agree. And it looks like they might actually be able to take this B zone. They're taking A at the same time.
That reaction's pushing up, holding that lights area. You got Linksters behind him looking over, watching his mid. And he gets traded out.
Oh, and they run out of time, actually. Wow. I thought they still had one on the zone, so I'm a bit surprised by that.
A good defense from Texas here.
Very good defense. You know, sometimes you just need to play the time. You know, if you see that you're running out of time, you can kind of just forget about the life counter and on defense and just try to get them off those zones as quickly as possible.
Yeah, definitely. I think I can really appreciate this game mode. There's a lot more strategy to it than what meets the eye at first.
I completely agree. You can't just throw bodies at a zone and expect to capture it.
Absolutely. It's not quite like domination where, you know, your respawns didn't matter.
Oh, completely. And let's see what Ciulla does. Ciulla is just going to beam Linkser off of that lights heady. That was what they needed to do. But it looks like the Dallas Destroyers are kind of working this wrap here, trying to make something happen. And that's going to just put a stop to whatever push that the Texas Gunslingers had going.
On Rambo using 8K. What's a holographic? Interesting.
That is a very interesting sight, but I mean, it seems to be working for him.
Yeah, no, he's holding his own. He gets cut down from top green.
A lot of people in the CSL seem to be using the Krig. Some people like the AK. I think, you know, it's gonna be a little while in the season before we figure out, you know, what everybody's best gun is.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the advantages and disadvantages of both is you've got you know, one that shoots a little bit faster with less damage. That'd be in the Krig, and then you've got one that has a little more damage, doesn't shoot quite as fast, and that's the AK. And at this point, it just seems like a preference for what you feel better using.
Absolutely. And Dallas Destroyer just putting on an absolutely amazing defense right now. Did you see that pinch that Linkser and Reactions kind of worked on that zone? That was just a perfect play to put a stop to that push. That's kind of how you need to work that B defense. Pinch from lights as well as pinch from mid tanks or whatever that call out is.
Yeah, those two, they've got the chemistry. They're brothers. They've been playing together for who knows how long. So I'm sure their comms are on point. They've been running game battles together. They know what they're doing out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's 1-1. I think Texas Gunslingers, obviously, they need to win this defense. They cannot drop a defensive round against this team.
Right. That's the biggest thing is not giving up an offensive round. You can't have that because then you have to win your offensive round. And we know offense is very tough to do. Not impossible, but very tough, especially with a team like this with the experience on this game mode.
And Linkser's going to pick Ciulla off out of lights. That's an absolutely important kill that you need to get on that attack side. They're going to go up 2 lives right off the rip, but John the Baptist is going to get a kill on Matt Damon. And it looks like John the Baptist is kind of working this top green. I like that strategy a lot. That's a power position that can really work on this map. Oh, and he just gets beamed by Linkser.
Linksters and Reactions getting the trades done in the point.
Perfect pinch.
Looks like they're going to capture this B.
Linkser right now is 13-4, 14-4. He is just an absolute terrorist on this map.
He is playing very well, and they've got B secured.
Cub with a wallbang, it looks like. That's another thing you've got to get used to on this game. You can wallbang a lot more surfaces than you could in Modern Warfare.
Yeah, definitely. I catch myself just shooting at walls all the time if I get a hit on somebody.
Oh, absolutely. As do I. And it looks like they're going to hard push this wrap. Links are going to get on these crates. That's a beautiful position, and Ciulla gets him off. That's a kill that he needed to get right there.
TK coming in from Tiger Woods.
And Ciulla, and it looks like they just put a stop to this. They just put a stop to that offensive push. That was something that they needed to do. Brought this. And I was going to say the respawn gap was down to -2, but now it's down to -3. Okay, it's back to -2 again. And Linkser gets caught out in the open. That was an absolutely brilliant play from John the Baptist.
If you're the defense here, you're Texas, you're down 2 lives. What are you looking to do?
Just watch your angles. And Coop with a very aggressive play on Reactions, but he gets the kill. I think that, you just want to watch your angles, make sure that everybody's kind of watching an angle, call out if you need help, and just, just don't lose composure. It's easy to sort of get nervous when you've got more than one person in the zone, but I think as long as Texas Gunslingers keep their cool, they'll be fine.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They've got to pack it in. They've got to just defend the point, make that time run out, play your lives. You cannot get squad wiped here and let them make a break.
Oh, absolutely not. And it looks like the Dallas Destroyers have one big push before the time runs out. Someone's got to contest.
It's looking like that time's going to run out. There's nobody near the zone.
Do you think that they were maybe playing slow intentionally to force a round 5 on defense?
I absolutely think that was the strategy talked about there. Nobody was even close to A zone there with 15 seconds left. Nobody even went for that push. I think that definitely has something to do with it, trying to get that defense for round 5.
Absolutely. I think that must have been it. That's I don't blame them for doing that. I do think it makes for a little bit less interesting viewing, but when you're trying to win, do whatever it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely their thought process, is just do what they can to win this.
And Texas Gunslingers just absolutely need to win this offensive round. I think that another round would be pretty catastrophic for them.
Yeah, I totally agree.
and reactions with a two-piece. I am always just not spectating him at the wrong time. I won't make that mistake because I'm going to spectate him now until he does something cool.
You know, looking at it, I believe the kills are tied right now.
I cannot do
No,
math.
sorry. I'm completely wrong there.
Reactions is doing a really good job of just playing in, you know, just holding his just not playing a little slow and waiting for his team before making a play. And that's just what you need to do on control. And Bryce catches Tiger Woods a little bit unprepared. It looks like Cincinnati or Texas, my bad, I keep doing that, is going to actually bridge the respawn gap a little bit.
We saw Bryce there cut down Tiger. Tiger loves to do that. He loves to push into their spawn when he's on defense. Try to disrupt it a little bit. It really makes it hard on the offense when they're worried about somebody as far back as their own spawn. You know, when they're trying to push out and gain control of these separate locations.
And it looks like they have a chance at capturing this B site. But there is the contest coming through from Light. And it looks like John Rambo actually gets to execute on someone.
I missed that. I wonder how that happened.
I also have to wonder how that happened. They're just in an absolute stalemate on this B zone. They have got to make something happen, and it looks
There's
like
a bloodthirsty from Linkser.
Kills are just coming through for the Dallas Destroyers. I think that's got to be game.
No, I believe we're going to see Dallas Destroyers on offense here.
I believe so as well. I don't think we've seen a single offensive win on this map yet.
That would be correct. It'll be interesting. It's definitely going to be a battle, and I think it's going to be a shootout. I think it could very well come down to lives if Texas isn't careful here.
And it does look like we will be seeing the Dallas Destroyers on defense. And Texas is going to have to do the impossible here.
Yeah, this is a tough decision or tough position to be in. Map 5 offense it's a battle.
You just got to fight tooth and nail. And John the Baptist gets the help with John Rambo, but they just both kind of get caught out in the open there. And you cannot give up those respawns that early. And it looks like they just got actually team wiped. Tiger Woods playing that bridge, just waiting for someone to challenge mid. And I just don't see how Texas can recover from an 8 respawn deficit, 9
You got
respawn
Matt Damon
deficit.
in their spawn. You got reactions pushing their spawn right now. They can't even get out of spawn right now.
Just giving them no room to breathe. Lynx are on about to be on a merciless, and yeah, this is just going to be difficult for the Texas Gunslingers.
I'm 12 lives right now. Lynx are just terrorizing that Light's head glitch.
Cub gets a 2-piece, but it may be a little bit too late, unfortunately.
10 seconds left. All Dallas needs to do here is get them off the point.
I'm just not sure I see.
Pistol challenge.
I'm not sure I see Texas taking this objective.
Just one after the other pushing there. Just not a smart push.
And they have no choice, unfortunately. You just that's just a push you have to make in order to stop the contest. And there you go. It looks like the Dallas Destroyers will take the first series of the CSL Season 2.
3-0. What a hot start for these guys, you know.
Just an absolutely dominant performance. Just played well all night. You know, I think that, Texas just got outplayed at almost every turn. I think that later in the season they'll definitely have it figured out, but right now I think they were just a little bit unprepared.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They've got some work to be done. They're not, they're not worried about it. First game of the season means absolutely nothing.
They're a championship team, so they'll figure it out. But anyway,
Absolutely.
everybody be sure to return for the 10:30 match, the Fairfax Friars versus the Sacramento Slayers, and we'll see you then, folks.
It was a pleasure running the desk with you tonight, George.